Hi, I'm Noah, and I roast famous figures. Today, for the third time, I'll be roasting Florida Congressman and living proof that beards don't always give you a jawline, Randy Fine. Last week, Fine introduced a bill to annex Greenland unilaterally and make it the 51st state, saying, "This is what American leadership looks like." I cannot believe that Fine would say that seizing land from our ally for no good reason with the naked desire to control their natural resources is what American leadership looks like. I mean, that is probably the one thing that we agree on. Fine recently criticized Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey over his anti-ICE statement, saying that Frey was fomenting a second civil war. Now, obviously, I disagree with Fine, but I also think it's so funny that he wants to bring up the Civil War when he's a guy from the South criticizing a guy in the North over civil rights. While talking about the West Bank in December, Fine said, "I don't know how you make peace with those who seek your destruction. I think you destroy them first," and then clarified on Twitter that although he was talking about Palestinians, he was referring to all mainstream Muslims. That's the sort of guy Fine is. When he clarifies a racist statement, it's not to find a way that it wasn't racist, it's to tell you that it was even more racist than you could have imagined. Fine has said that he's actively considering trying to get Representative Ilhan Omar expelled from Congress because of her general embrace of Muslim terror. I don't think that Omar should be expelled from Congress, but I am worried about this one member of Congress whose fundamental adherence to his religion from the Middle East caused him to threaten to burn down a synagogue. He represents Florida's 6th District, and his name is Randy Fine. Fine has introduced the No Sharia Act, which purports to make it so the government can't enforce or legitimize Sharia law when it conflicts with the US Constitution in an obvious Islamophobic scare tactic. Honestly, I am a little surprised with Fine here. I knew he was opposed to anything that had to do with Islam. I'm just surprised to find out that he's also opposed to the government violating the Constitution. After passing a similar law in Florida, Fine introduced a bill in the US House to give legal protection to people who hit protesters with their cars, which Fine refers to as the Thump Thump Act. Fine means thump thump to refer to the sound of a protester getting hit by a car, but it has a dual meaning because every time I remember that someone as soulless as Fine has real power, my heart goes thump 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 thump. Alright, please consider donating to help the family that I sponsor in Gaza. This video is done as a suggestion by one of my Patreon patrons, so if you'd like to make a suggestion and make sure that I'll see it, or watch bonus videos, or just support me, please consider signing up for a free trial. Then join me next time when I'll be roasting former Prime Minister of Sri Lanka and a man whose facial expression always looks like the real Prime Minister of Sri Lanka just walked in, Mahinda Rajapaksa.